Hinds County Democratic Party have a chairperson by the name of Jackie Amos. We believe and we have evidence that Jackie Amos is tampering with the Hinds County elections. I provided each of you a copy of the information in her conspiracy and correspondence to someone concerning my election on August the 8th. I cannot read all and everything that she said on this paper because some of it, the words are not fit to use. She corresponded with an individual. That individual called the chairperson, Jackie Amos, or texted chairperson Jackie Amos and stated, hey, don't let them cheat Deborah Dixon out of her election. She won fair and square. Jackie Amos' response to that text was that she won, but I'm going to F David Archie on the site. This matter came from the chairperson of the Hinds County Democratic Party. And so on today, we're asking that the Hinds County Democratic Party take immediate action. We're asking that she step down from her position as Hinds County chairperson of the Democratic Party, along with Sandra McCall, who is the secretary, who is her running buddy in and around this election. We have videotape of Jackie Amos going into boxes, bringing in thumb drives, bringing in ballots to be inserted into machines. We have pictures.
That's obviously not correct, sir, because that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. America has the most secure, verifiable elections on the planet. There are no shenanigans. This guy is just lying right now. He's a big fat liar.
Of Jackie Amos participating in what we think that is fraud as well as corruption. And so we want to be absolutely clear that this matter is not only with the Hinds County Democratic Party, but this matter is with every citizen in the state of Mississippi. This is the opportunity to stop corruption and to stop fraud when it comes to elections in the state of Mississippi.
3 components to verify the vote. The first thing is the paper ballot. I stand before you to say 26 out of 26 precincts contain the paper ballots. 26. Component 1. Component number 2 are the machine tapes. The machine tapes is a count of every voter that went and used that machine. I stand before you to tell you 26 out of 26 precincts did not include the tapes. Don't worry, okay. There's a third component. There is something called a media stick. It is the brains of the machine. Some of you may call it a thumb drive or something. I stand before you to tell you 26 out of 26 precincts did not include the media sticks in the ballot box. So already you know I'm setting a tone. There's a theme here. There's a theme. But the DS-200 offers an additional measure that they don't mention a lot, but it's there. It's called digital imaging, which is a picture of every ballot. Not one, Now, that would not have been for the Democratic Party to put in, but that was a request we made to ES&S, and we'll discuss them later. But they should have been afforded to us, not one digital image. So that whole process.
All right, she did say the first thing, though, that all 26 counties have paper ballots. That was the first thing, right? So can't they just go back and recount the paper ballots? Or is she saying that they did not have paper ballots?
Of DS200 being able to tell us what the actual vote was went out the window. We only received paper ballots. Then we have, don't worry, I'm just going to put it out there in the open. There's another mechanism. Each of us, we're familiar. We show our ID. We walk in the poll, show the ID, we sign a book.
That's racist, lady.
It's
Don't
called
talk
the
about voter ID.
Register. We call it the signature book. And sometimes if we're trying to work as a poll watcher, you'll say, tell me what line you were on so we'll know the number of the vote. 26. I stand corrected. 20 out of 26 precincts did not include that voter signature book.
Okay, so none of the 26 counties have the image of the ballots. None of the 26 counties had... What was the other thing she said? But then 20 out of 26 did not have the... none of the counties had supposedly like the master thumb drive included with the ballot box. They didn't have any of the digital signatures. And then what did she say here? 20 out of 26 didn't have signature verification books along with it. Yeah, why do we need a machine to count a vote? Like, I don't understand why we're using machines in the first place.
20 out of 26 did not include the voter signature. Hold on. All hope is not lost yet. There is something that's called the ballot accounting form. I call it the 1040. Line 1 says how many ballots did you get, how many did you use, how many was the affidavit, and how many was spoiled, and you add and subtract. 20 out of 26 precincts did not include the ballot accounting form. There again, we don't know how many votes took place because all we have are the paper ballots. Bear with me.
Oh, okay, I see what she's saying.
We have absentee ballots. 26 out of 26 precincts, there were no absentee ballots in those boxes. I'm going to explain that. There were no absentee ballots in those boxes out of 26 precincts. But we are creatures of habit because there were some affidavits. And guess what the number is? 26 out of 26 voting precincts did not have affidavits in the ballot boxes. 26 out of 26 voting precincts, my favorite two words, did not contain the express ballots. Now, as it relates to commingling, this is derelict in duty. That's a blatant violation, disrespect of your work. We found in District 2 material that belonged to District 1 and District 3 and District 5, all in a ballot box that is District 2. That is just a total blatant disrespect, lazy, for a lack of a better word.
I mean, it makes sense, though, if you're going through all the ballots and sorting them out after the fact to come up with a specific winner. You may not put them all back in the same bag.
Irresponsible. And not only did I find that, I found it on 3 occasions. Commingling of districts. I didn't say his other precincts. Someone else's district material are in these boxes. If that wasn't enough to rattle you, I found a document dated 2022.
Facts. When is this from, Bones Mama? When is this video from? Is this regarding the 2020 election? Or was this 2022 election?
For a runoff election in 2022, these women and men brought shame to our electoral process. As it relates to the integrity of the ballots, 26 out of 26 precinct ballot boxes were not sealed properly. They were not affixed over the lock. They did not void when we removed them. Not one seal voided. People had free will to go in and out of those boxes. Let's talk about the seal logs.
Oh, this came out yesterday? What election are they talking about? Did they just have like some local election there or something? KP, welcome, bro. We appreciate it, my guy. You can be the Lone Ranger over there on YouTube. I don't get any YouTube views on my lives. I'm what they would call shadow banned or what have you. But so what is the... So you're saying that these people up here are the Democrats complaining about the... So did another Democrat win, just not their candidate? So is this like a Democrat versus Democrat type situation? They stole it from one Democrat and gave it to the other?
"20 out of 26 offered a seal log. And even 2 of them mentioned that at the opening of the polls, there were no seals." Mr. Archie already shared that the Democratic committee, the executive committee, did not come. They didn't have to, but you would think this is their election. Oftentimes you see them present. But Mr. Zach Wallace is Hinds County Circuit Clerk. He attended 4 days out of 6. The other 2 days he sent us Mr. Wells. Now, I want to share the media sticks. On Wednesday of last week, the first day of the review, I say to Mr. Zach, "Where are the media sticks? Listen close. It's recorded." Mr. Zach says to us, "I do not know where the media sticks are, Miss Walker." I said, "Do you recognize those are brains?" Miss Walker.
All right, so this is just the primary runoff election results. Apparently, the Hinds County Supervisor, David Archie, lost the primary, is what it looks like, and he's saying it's because of the fraud. So this must be the David Archie team up here that's talking about the bullshit.
Walker, "I do not know where the sticks are." That's on Wednesday. I then asked him on Thursday morning, "Where are the media sticks?" He says, "Miss Walker, I do not know where the media sticks are." I said, "Could you at least try to find out, Mr. Zach? I need the media sticks." On Friday morning, I asked Mr. Zach, where are the media sticks? I don't know, Miss Walker. I said, please try to find the media sticks. We did late lunch. When we returned, I said, you got those sticks, Mr. Zach? Not yet, Miss Walker, but I'm working on it. I stand before you to tell you that about 2:30 on Friday afternoon, Mr. Zach located the media sticks. No, sir. No, ma'am. They were not in the vault at his office locked up. They were here in this building with Election Commissioner Mr. Clark. Mr. Clark said to me, I asked him, when did you get them? I'm not sure of the date that I received them. Who did you get them from? Who gave them to you? He did not answer that question. He advises me that he had the right to be involved with this election. The law does not dictate that he's the custodial person of anything. Those items are
this is crazy
in Mr. Zach's vault. In addition to that,
so did they just get so careless with how they've been stealing elections this time? It's just blatantly obvious this time? Because this is gnarly. I mean, it's the exact same things that happened in Arizona in 2020. No matching signatures. Nothing correct, nothing sealed, nothing kept how it's supposed to be.
Those numbers were not even in a sealed, locked bag. It was a red canvas bag with no lock. To make matters worse, they were all commingled. It was well over 100. The law does not allow me to handle materials outside of the precinct that I'm representing. To make matters even worse, Mr. Clark had the audacity to walk back to his office and keep the media sticks. He never turned them over to Mr.
I like
Zach.
this chick. I like this chick.
He never in our presence turned those sticks over to Mr. Zach. So before you leave, check with Mr. Clark. He still may have them in his possession. These are outside of the statutes, not thus says Cynthia Walker, but thus says the law of Mississippi. Not only did that happen, when I talked to Mr. Zach about the affidavits, every day I spoke to Mr. Zach about the affidavits, and every day Mr. Zach told me, Miss Walker, I don't know where they are. I don't know where they are, Miss Walker. The ballots that had been voted and counted for affidavits. Didn't know where they were. In the matter of the absentee ballots that should have been in our box, Mr. Zach did tell me they were under lock and key at his office. Mr. Zach received notice that we were coming here for a review. Those ballots should have been brought here. And when I asked him why did they not bring the absentee ballots to this location, he said, first of all, Miss Walker, it's 2 boxes. They're in a paper. They're in 2 paper boxes. And they're commingled. And it's nearly 1,800 of them. You, Miss Walker, will have to decide which one belonged to Mr. Archie. That's not what the law says. That does not fall within the scope of my responsibility. When I tell you the Democratic Hinds County Executive Committee failed their constituents, I pray that Mr. Archie will take these notes. I challenge you all to take them. Ask each one of these election commissioners, don't I know what I'm talking about? I challenge you all to go up there and call Kyle Kirkpatrick at Kirk, K-I-R-K, Kirkpatrick at the Secretary of State's office And I will tell you that he's going to tell you these are felony infractions. No one has the right to remove ballot information from these boxes. All of this, I will not leave this podium without mentioning ES&S, because that's the question y'all have. I can read your mind. Before the review, Mr. Zach notified Mr. Archie and his opponent that ES&S had been notified. They agreed to come to the ballot box review. But when we arrived on Wednesday, we received that they were going to be available by phone. They were not providing those digital imaging. That was Wednesday. On Friday, I called them when we located the media sticks. Spoke to a man named Mr. Ken Williams. And Mr. Ken said, my question was, we found one tape. But why does it say August 28th? And we are working on August 8th. Mr. Ken tells me he cannot answer that question. Mr. Ken did agree to come the next morning for the ballot box review. You know the answer. Mind read me, Mr. Ken.
He didn't come.
And no other representative from ES&S has presented themselves for this ballot box review. When I told you that we are detailed and we are methodical, I want Hinds County.
This girl knows her shit, bro.
I'm from a county that has their own problems, and I stand and I'm fighting theirs as well. But I also want us to know all of the materials were withheld from this review process because it's my professional, I didn't say opinion, my professional position, because I've done nearly 40 ballot box reviews. And never, N-E-V-E-R, have I seen such a poor representation of ballot boxes. Never in almost 40 reviews. And I've been doing this 50 plus years. These materials were withheld because they knew full well. They knew the Jackie Amos's and Tony Johnson, whoever has influence, they knew full well that there was no balancing in those paper ballots. They dictated the number of paper ballots, and they gave us nothing to support it. Not one, nothing to support. But the law says they should. The law says they should.
So here's a stack of paper ballots. Clearly this person won. Well, where'd you get the ballots? Where are the records of the ballots? Where's the digital imaging of the ballots? Where's the signature books that match the ballots? Well, we don't have any of that. But the ballots are right here. Our guy won. This is fucking crazy, folks. This is crazy. Yeah, hopefully this will spark some more talk. Hopefully this will generate some more because as Bones Mama says in the chat, we do not have fair elections in this country. We have people that are selected for office.
The law says they should. The executive committee decision to withhold these voting documents denied Supervisor David Archie his absolute right to verify the true vote. But even more, you disrespected the constituents of Hinds too. That's right. We will not know the will of the voter. No one has the right to think that they can operate elections the Burger King theme, have it your way.
That's right.
It's out in the open today.
There ain't no Burger King election.
It's out in the open. There will be nothing else to hide because I'm not like others. Baby, I know this stuff. Take it to the bank.
I like
know
this
it.
chick.
All
I
the
like
time,
this chick.
The Secretary of State's training. I've done enough ballot box reviews, I can close my eyes. I talk a lot, but I walk the talk. I know when fraud is amongst us. I know when you oftentimes have 1 or 2 boxes that's astray. But when 26 boxes is compromised, there is gross misconduct. There's radical departure from the election laws. I challenge you news investigators, ask one of the commissioners. Call Cal. Verify. Confirm me. And I tell you every item that I have listed.
She said, check me out. I know my shit. This is some shady shit going on.
Their negative behavior impeded his right. And I'm encouraging, let's put it out in the open, I'm encouraging Mr. Archie to leave here, because he always invites y'all, follow me, to leave here and file criminal charges against Tony, against Jackie Amos, who's going to say Tony is her co-conspirator. I stand before you right now.
Wow.
I stand before you right now to say this is an illegal process. This man is due. This man is due. This man is due his re-election. The constituents are due. He's not asking for anything outside of what is absolutely dictated by law. And anyone that gets offended, I told them that the other day. There was a heated exchange. If somebody's angry, take it up with the Democratic Party, the executive committee. They're the ones that did the poop work, not us. I'm just the examiner. I am Cynthia Johnson Walker. I stand on this message, and I approve this message that starting today, we're going to have a new way, an honest, fair way of election. Because if not, I'm calling you out. And I call you out free.
Let's go, Cynthia.
This is enough already. I thank you for your time. If you need a copy of my notes, I'm sure Mr. Archie will say we can give them. And I pray that you all, the investigators that you are, take this story and verify if it's weighted, if it's truthful. Thank you again for your time.
She laid it out there, folks. She laid it out there. Hinds County, Mississippi, doing some shady shit. Doing some shady shit. The question is, why? Who is David Archer running against, and why do they want this person in office? That's what I'm curious about. So let me see. Here's the same guy facing multiple charges after an arrest during a meeting, and this is in 2021. All right, so they've been going after this guy for a while. If they had tried to arrest him over some bullshit before, the board voted unanimously to remove the county supervisor after several outbursts. He tore up public property, including banners and podium that a supervisor had installed to protect them from COVID. Oh, he's calling out the COVID bullshit? So Hinds County supervisor continues to claim corruption after election loss. He lost to Anthony Smith, who, according to the results from the Hinds County election officials, won by a 63% of the vote. The supervisor just finished a ballot box examination this week. Archie claims that the chairperson of the Hinds County Democratic Executive Committee, Jacqueline Amos, tampered with the elections. The supervisor provided what he called evidence of her conspiracy correspondence. It was a picture of a text message conversation supposedly sent to Amos that read, "Hey, don't let them cheat Deborah Dixon out of her election. She won fair and square." The Transit claims Amos responded, "She won, but I'm going to fuck David Archer on site." We have videotape of Jackie Amos going into boxes, bringing in thumb drives, bringing in ballots to be inserted into machines. We have pictures of Jackie Amos participating in what we think that is fraud as well as corruption, David Archer said. Supervisor did not share his alleged evidence. Amos issued a statement saying the Hinds County Democratic Executive Committee conducted an August 8th Democratic primary in keeping with applicable state law. The Executive Committee had canvassed the returns and certified the results of the August 8th primary. Those results speak for themselves, as does the relevant state law for anyone seeking to contest the certification of the votes duly cast on August 8th. We understand that our candidates who lost, namely David Archer, has decided to challenge the results of the August 8th, 2023 primary. He has the right to challenge the results. We stand ready for the challenge, and we will cooperate however necessary. Archie has asked that Hinds County Democrat Party take immediate action and that Amos and her secretary should step down from their positions. Now, this was posted on August 31st. And that video that we watched was after that. So he's saying he's contesting it. They're looking into it. They do the review of it. And it looks like it's complete and utter bullshit. Complete and utter bullshit. I don't know. Democrats screwing each other over in primaries is really not new. Really not new at all. I mean, they screwed Bernie over in like the most epic royal way ever, and none of the Democrats gave a fuck then either. So I don't think that they're going to care now. It is nice to see Democrats standing up and calling out the bullshit, but I think by now almost everybody agrees the bullshit process we have in place to run elections in this country is completely, what's a correct word other than retarded? Let's just stick with retarded. They're completely fucking retarded. How we do things is completely retarded. But absolute bullshit. Absolute bullshit going across the country. All across the country. Absolute bullshit when it comes down to voting procedures and how we do things. Yeah, it's definitely complete and utter bullshit. Shout out to everybody tapping in on Rumble. We appreciate you guys for coming by. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. That definitely helps. Doesn't cost you anything. If you're looking to pay something, we take dollars too, but give me a thumbs up. Doesn't cost anything. Follow, like, click the links. Follow me on socials, all that good stuff. We do appreciate you stopping by.